MTN Sports. This is Bobcat Insider, sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
Welcome into Bobcat Insider. I'm Ashley Washburn alongside Keaton Galogly, and just 2 more weeks left of regular season action in the Big Sky. And now we're starting to get into that place where we're seeing maybe the women could potentially clinch a championship this week, and that's of course some scenarios and stuff. But let's quickly talk about the men. They split the week 1-1 on the road, and let's just start right up the gate with that Weber State game. You were there courtside for it. What happened?
Yeah, it was a tough game. Look, and Weber State is obviously a tremendous program. They're a tremendous team, and they were coming off a 2-week road trip. They were coming off really what was an embarrassing loss at Northern Colorado, so you knew they were going to be hungry, knew they were going to be ready to go. But Montana State got off to a nice start. They hit some threes early in that game. They did get Great Osabor going early in that contest as well, but Weber State is one of the better defensive teams in the Big Sky, and they showed it in this contest, and they really slowed down Osabor in the second half and Jabril Bello in this game, which I'll be curious to hear from Danny Sprinkle about.
And you said it last week, you take a look at Weber State's record and you're like, oh wow, they're not that great, but their record doesn't speak for how great of a team that they actually are. When you don't have a guy like Jabril Bello who's, putting up 20 points like he has been, what kind of holes does that expose within Montana State? Because it is February. This is when you're supposed to be playing your best basketball. I don't think that that's what we've seen so far with Montana State.
No, I mean, you can really look back. The Northern Arizona game, Montana State escaped. They bounced back against Northern Colorado, but they did not play very well in this Weber State game. And then the Idaho State game was not a particularly pretty game either. So it really has been a roller coaster ride here in February. Now, they're still 11-3, and they still have a really good, strong grasp of that number 2 seed, sitting 3 games back of the number 1 seed in Eastern Washington. But yeah, it has seriously been up and down in February.
I will say the Big Sky is a tough league to
No
play
doubt.
in. But let's now talk about Idaho State. You quickly turn on that game and you're saying, wait a second, Idaho State's a 2-point game at half. Idaho State was playing pretty good basketball. They were able to gut out a win, though, and I will say Raekwon Battle was a big part of that. But what did you see in that Idaho State game?
Not something that was all that pretty. If you were trying to get away from your stresses of the day-to-day life, this was not the game for you. But Raekwon Battle hit a couple of really big shots in the second half, even after a very slow shooting performance to start that game. Darius Brown was the absolute rock in this game. His defense was incredible, and he had all the big free throws down the stretch, going 10 for 10. This was his first double-digit scoring game since that massive outburst in Missoula, and Great Osabor was a menace on the glass. 7 offensive rebounds for Osabor, and he provided even more than what he did on the court. It was what he did off the court to get this team to bounce back after that Weber State game. Danny Sprinkle's going to talk about it with us in a moment, but Great Osabor continuing to kind of step into his role as one of the leaders on this team, even though Jabril Bello, frankly, had one of the worst games of his career. Bobcats still got the win, and that's something to be impressed by. All right, we're going to take a break, but when we get back, we've got head coach Danny Sprinkle joining us after this time out of the Bobcat Insider.
Take coverage of the Cats with you. Download our app for your favorite mobile device today. Welcome back to Bobcat Insider, sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
We're back on the Bobcat Insider. I'm Keaton Galogly alongside head coach Danny Sprinkle. The Bobcats are coming off a 1-1 weekend. And, Coach, boy, this February, man, it has been a fight. What have you seen through these first couple of games of this month of February so far?
Yeah, it's typical Big Sky Conference play. Any conference play. Every game's going to come down to the last 3-4 minutes, and you got to execute, and you got to be tough, and you got to find a way to win them on the defensive end.
Yeah, no doubt. And let's talk about this Weber State game. Now, this was an interesting game because Weber State's coming home after a long road trip. They had a tough loss. And, in that first half, it really looked like your offense was rolling, but in the second half, not quite so much. What did you see as the difference in that halftime period?
Yeah, Weber really, I got to give them credit. They defended really well. We missed 3 layups in that span, and we missed 4 wide-open three-pointers. And anytime on the road, you got to be able to finish those, and you got to knock down some shots to stymie their run. And we had some very uncharacteristic turnovers. We'd been doing a good job the last month of not turning the ball over, and we had 15 down there, which anytime on the road it's going to be hard to win when you have that many.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising. Darius Brown, Great Osabor, Jabril Bello all tied a season high in turnovers individually in that game. And kind of in that front court, Jabril was held under 10-point scoring. Great Osabor slowed down to that second half. What were they doing defensively on the interior to slow you guys down? Yeah,
they really packed the paint. They doubled Jabril and Great every time they got it. And just to be honest, they didn't do a good job handling it. And we turned the ball over. We threw the ball up to people in the 30th row of the D Event Center a couple times. But we did get it out a couple of those times, and we got to make them pay, and we got to knock down threes. But those turnovers, they were uncharacteristic. Hopefully we learn from it because we'll probably be seeing Weber again in the tournament.
Yeah, now I do want to talk about one of the bright spots in this loss at Weber State was Robert Ford. I mean, after falling behind by 16, got back to within 6 with about 3 minutes to go. What'd you see in the way Robert Ford kind of ran this offense late in that game?
Yeah, he was aggressive. I mean, we were down, so we had to start, pushing the tempo a little bit, and we got some stops finally, and we were able to, get out in transition, and he got the ball to the rim, which is what we need. And he's a capable three-point shooter. I know his percentage on the year is not great. And he's a way better shooter than that, and we need him to, start knocking down those threes, finish the season.
All right, well, let's turn the page. So Montana State falls by 10 at Weber State, but you still got to pick it back up, go to work against Idaho State in Pocatello. Tell me a little bit about kind of the emotion and trying to bounce back after this game. Who was somebody maybe in practice that was kind of trying to lift the spirits and get you guys back on track for this Idaho State game?
Yeah, it was really great Osabar. He had tremendous energy on Friday, after a bus ride there, and we had practice that night. He was the most vocal guy in the room, and I needed it, because I was not in a good mood either. And he did a great job. And I also think Darius a little bit too. Darius, he's not the most outgoing or like talking to his teammates, but even he had a voice that practice. And then I knew they were ready to go at shoot around. Our focus was pretty good, and obviously, Great played probably his best game here, from an energy standpoint and a production standpoint.
Well, you all needed it in this 58-53 win against Idaho State. Wasn't the prettiest, not exactly the way you draw it up, but you got the win in the end, and that's all that matters. Yeah. And, for Jabril Bello, he's obviously such an incredible player. He's had such a monstrous career, but this was not his game. 0 of 8 from the field. He fouled out, and it just did not look like he was himself. What did you see in his performance? Yeah,
it's not the Jabril we're used to. We had wide open layups, and missed all 8 of them. And from a rebounding standpoint, defending standpoint, we expect more from him, and I know he expects more from himself. But what I told him after the game is, how many times you've bailed everybody else out on this team and helped us win games over 4 years. It was about time that we had to pick you up, and that just shows what kind of team we had. And to go down and win in that environment, it was great. They had their blackout, and and Idaho State played well, and we missed about 17, 18 layups and free throws. And so, but to win without Jabril playing well, is a testament to the team.
Yeah, no doubt. And, Darius Brown in this game, he hit some of the free throws late. He went 10 for 10 in this game from the free throw line, 14 points. Really the first time that he got into double figures since that big burst against Montana now a couple of weeks ago. How did you see him assert himself trying to score the ball in this Idaho State game?
Yeah, Darius won the game for us, especially in the first half. His defense, he had 4 big steals that led to 4 layups for us, and we actually made those layups, thank God. But he was tremendous defensively on McKenzie all game, which was a key for us to win. But he was, knocking down free throws at the end, handling the basketball, getting everybody involved. He's only averaging 4.5 assists a game. He should be averaging 7 assists, and I think he should be leading the conference in assists, but we got to start making some shots. And so, Darius has been tremendous all year, even when he's not scoring.
Right. And, Tyler Patterson over this weekend, it's not like he went totally off, but it was nice to see him hit a couple of threes, multiple threes by Tyler Patterson. That's all you really need, especially with his defense.
No question. And he's been making threes. he's averaging almost 2 a game in conference, and, he's one guy that we need to make 3 or 4 in a game, and then it'll break it open.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, we're coming up next. It's Cat Grizz week here in Bozeman, so a massive game. Montana's gotten hot. They've won their last 5. What should we look for in this matchup coming up on Saturday?
Yeah, it's going to be a typical Cat Grizz matchup. It's going to be physical. It's going to be, grind it out. It'll come down to the end, and we got to make plays like we did up in Missoula. But it's always a fun, competitive game.
All right, here we go. We're in the stretch run. You ready for it?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. We've got just 4 more Big Sky games left, and the next is coming up on Saturday as part of the doubleheader with the women. Women will go at 2, men will go at 7 against the University of Montana over the brick here in Bozeman. All right, we'll take a break. When we get back, we will be rejoined by Ashley Washburn as we talk about the weekend that was for the women who are sitting in first place heading into the final 2 weeks of Big Sky play. For head coach Danny Sprinkle, I'm Keaton Galogly. We got more of the Bobcat Insider coming up after this timeout.
Welcome back to Bobcat Insider, sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
We're back on the Bobcat Insider. I'm Keaton Galogly alongside Ashley Washburn. Time to turn our attention to the first place women's basketball program, which does have a couple of scenarios which could be clinching the Big Sky Conference regular season championship this weekend. But we'll get into that into a moment. And the reason they have that opportunity is a 2-win weekend. However, the start to this weekend was quite emotionally charged.
Emotional is a great word to say, and that's really how Trisha Binford described the game on Thursday against Weber State. And, you looked at the final score. It was a 15-point win for Montana State, and you're like, wow, that was, they had control of that entire game. Not the case at all. The first 30 minutes, emotions were high, couldn't really shoot the ball, and I think a big part of that was Darian White only had 1 point in that first half, and that is not Darian White basketball. I mean, we're seeing her put up these insane stats, which she did at the end of the game. She scored 22 of her 23 points in that second half, but emotions were high. They were finally able to, just play basketball, and that's really how they were able to close out that win.
And they were able to take that and turn that into another win against Idaho State on Saturday, and it seemed like whatever they figured out in the second half against Weber really carried them through on Saturday.
Well, and I'm excited to ask Binford, what happened on Friday, because they really did have to flip a switch and be like, hey, what was kind of the root of that issue, for those first 3 quarters of letting the emotions really play into the game and flip the switch. And, that first Idaho State go-around back in January, it was a 3-point game that came all the way down to the wire. Not this case. They were able to take it right from the beginning. And a big part of that was Darian White. She had another big game, and obviously there was another really important part to that game as well.
No doubt. That was the ceremony right before the contest.
It was the No More Stolen Sisters game, and a really big advocate for that, as the last couple of years has been Cola Bad Bear. So I'm excited to see, what kind of went into this year. It seems like it keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. So we'll ask Coach Binford those questions coming up after the break.
Welcome back to Bobcat Insider, sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
Welcome back to Bobcat Insider. I'm Ashley Washburn alongside Bobcat women's head basketball coach Tricia Binford. And Montana State remains on top of the Big Sky standings after picking up 2 more wins at home. But both games were very different from each other. If we start with that Weber State game on Thursday, you look at the final score, won by 15. It looked like maybe a comfortable win. I wouldn't say that was maybe the case, because those first 30 minutes, I'll just let you put into words what those first 30 minutes were.
First 30 minutes were very flat. We didn't come out super focused, and I thought it got a little bit emotional. It was a very physical game, and just didn't keep our heads, and found ourselves trying to chip away and come back, and just, that's unacceptable. We've got to be in a better place there mentally of just starting prepared and finishing prepared, and it was just a really tough first half. Second half, I thought we did a great job getting ourselves back. I thought we had an opportunity to put away, and we didn't. But we talked a lot about it on Friday to make sure we corrected that before the Saturday game.
And even that, that second half, it was really maybe that fourth quarter is what actually separated Montana State from Weber State in that game. What was ultimately the spark plug, or who was the spark plug? I know Darian White obviously had a big part in that, scoring basically all of her points in that second half other than one. But what really was the spark plug to be able to pull out that win?
Well, definitely things start with Darian White. When we were getting a little bit close to the bonus, and you can put the ball in her hands or Grace Beasley's hands, just kind of getting some things at the paint and some things easy in transition. I thought we got some stops at the right time. I thought we got some steals. Then you're finding yourself getting some easier transition opportunities. But really, I thought Darian really started taking off and making sure that we finished the game the right way. You got your interior with Cola Bad Bear again. I just thought we had the balance that we were looking for in that second half.
Well, and you mentioned that maybe that game was a little bit emotional at times, and you could see it in some of the fouls. Heading into a week like this, it's Cat Grizz. Emotions are obviously going to be high. How do you kind of control that so you don't let those emotions be a factor in this game on Saturday?
Well, you've got to obviously learn from your experiences, and the games that we've played very well, we've been very focused, and there should not be anything different going into this week of preparation. I think everybody on our team knows the talent of the Lady Grizz. They've had some really big wins in the conference, and it's going to be a big crowd here. But the biggest thing this time of year is you're very limited on practices anyway, and so every time you have an opportunity to practice, you have to get better. We're trying to get this time of year, so we're hitting the conference tournament, playing the right way, and we've got 4 practices this week to do that. So these need to be great practices for us, but they need to be focused so we can execute on Saturday.
And going back to last week, that Friday practice you had right before Idaho State, you could see the growth, because the last couple of weeks it's been a little bit of a struggle getting out of that starting gate and really relying on the second half to pull out some of these wins. But Idaho State, it just seemed like you guys controlled that game pretty much from the get-go. What was the difference maker to be able to control it right from the opening tip?
Yeah, I thought really Cola Bad Bear came in and she was kind of our point guard in the interior. Like the way she shared the ball right from the start of the game. We knew that this is a team that swarms. They really double the post. They're leading the conference in defense for a reason, as far as they muddy up the paint in the interior, and we go through our post play. And so right from the start, from Friday's practice, preparing for the things that we were going to see, I thought Cola really inserted herself right from the start. Really got the ball moving. We got all 3 things going with the perimeter. We got Cola, we got the interior, but the balance of that game from start to finish was one of our most solid games that we've had. But the defensive end really also came in to execute our scouting report. So just really proud of how we kind of turned the page very quickly. to put a complete game together.
Well, let's talk about Cola Bad Bear for a second, because that Saturday game, obviously a great win, but it was definitely bigger than basketball, with it being the No More Stolen Sisters game. And somebody who's really been a big advocate for missing a murdered Indigenous woman is Cola Bad Bear. Can you just talk about, the platform that she's been able to use, supporting, bringing awareness to such an important cause, and just, how this has really become an annual tradition for Montana State?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'll start with every student athlete has a responsibility when they put on the uniform, but Cola's kind of taken that to the next level of utilizing her platform to really bring awareness to these reservations, and that takes a lot of courage. I think she's really taken this beyond what anybody would have expected as a full-time student athlete. She's on the American Indian Council, our university, also kind of wrapped arm in arm with us on what we can continue doing. It's just kind of a beginning starting point, but we're just extremely proud of Cola and everything she does to make an impact. And wearing a little bit of red today, anything we can do to continue making sure people are aware of what's going on. This is something that we can all be a part of stopping this problem. And we care a lot about it, and Cola is one of those people that I think is very deeply passionate, and so we're just really proud of her and really proud of our community and how they showed up for that game, and we had a lot of red in that in gymnasium, so kind of hard to keep the tears back, so that's why I saw her video prior to the game.
Oh, absolutely. It was one of those, chills were kind of overtaking you when you were just seeing all the dancers, and it was just awesome to see somebody who is excelling on the court, but what she does off of it is just as inspiring. Just a little bit of time left, so I do want to talk about this upcoming Saturday. Second go-around with Cat Grizz, and the difference maker that first go-around was that third quarter of action. What's kind of the main keys heading into this Saturday? Because, there's a Big Sky Championship within reach, but knocking on the door is Montana.
Yeah, I think we need to focus on those practices. I was saying, all the things that can get you distracted from being able to execute your game plan. I think we need to focus on ourselves right now in the preparation of our upcoming opponent. Like I said, they're very talented. They changed their starting lineup since the last time we played. I think they're having a little bit better starts themselves, so we're going to have to make sure we put a complete game together on both ends of the floor. This is a team that really can score the ball in a lot of different ways, so our defense is going to have to be on point, and they're going to change up some defenses, so we're going to have to make sure that we value every possession. It's going to be a great game for the fans.
It's going to be a fun one. As I said before, Montana State is number 1 on the Big Sky rankings, and tied for second is both NAU and Montana, so I can imagine that Saturday is going to be a fun one. Tip-off for that is at 2 p.m. As always, thank you so much, Coach.
Thanks, Ashley.
Coming up after the break, we'll have Keaton Galogly join us back, and we'll wrap things up before Cat Grizz this upcoming Saturday.
Welcome back to Bobcat Insider, sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
Welcome back to Bobcat Insider. Just a couple more minutes left, so let's just get right into it. It's Cat Grizz, and there's potentially a Big Sky clinching scenario this Saturday.
Okay, so here's where the situation is. Montana State has 4 Big Sky games left, and they have a 2-game lead over Montana and Northern Arizona.
And this is on the women's side.
Correct. Now, Northern Arizona is playing on Thursday. If they lose on Thursday, that sets things up for Saturday because they tip at 1 o'clock. If they also lose on Saturday, so they go 0-2, and Montana State wins against Montana, that would put Montana State on the women's side as the Big Sky regular season champions.
Definitely a couple things that have to happen, and if it doesn't happen this Saturday, it definitely will happen next week. But let's switch over to the men, because I'm thinking back to January. That first go-around with Montana came all the way down to the wire, and both teams were shooting lights out. But I will say the men, we really have not seen them play that level of basketball in the last couple weeks, and Montana is catching fire. That can't happen this Saturday.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. Usually whoever wins that first Cat Grizz game kind of diverges and goes high, and the other team goes low. That has not been this case. Montana State on the men's side has been very up and down in the month of February. Now, they haven't let too many games get away from them, only 1 loss in that stretch, but still, they're not playing their best basketball going in. And Montana, they're a big 3-point shooting team, and a lot of their shots are falling. They've won their last 5.
That game is going to be at 2 and 7 o'clock, and everyone better have that game circled on their calendar because it's going to be a fun one inside the brick.
I know. I can't wait. And if you can't make it out to the brick, you can catch that game on the Montana Television Network. The women will tip again at 2 p.m. The men are tipping at 7 p.m. And here we go. Cat Grizz week, heading into the final 2 weeks of the regular season. This is a great time to be a Bobcat fan.
It is a great time to be a Bobcat fan. It makes you a little sad that basketball is almost over, but now we're really getting to the fun part.
Yes, we are. All right. We hope to see you at the brick. And again, if not, you can catch those games at 2 and 7 on the Montana Television Network. For Ashley Washburn, I'm Keaton Globally. We'll talk next week.